Hi, I'm Dr. Joe DeMarco, chiropractor and owner of OcraMed Health, and what we're doing today is a video on the Vastus Medialis, sometimes called the Vastus Medialis Oblique, or for short called the VMO. It's basically the innermost quadricep muscle. There's 4 quadricep muscles, and the innermost quadricep muscle is the Vastus Medialis Oblique. It is often nicknamed a teardrop. That's because when the muscle is developed, as you can see, it comes in and it almost looks like a teardrop on the inside, coming down towards the knee. It forms like a teardrop shape. Now, the origin of the Vastus Medialis Oblique comes off the anterior medial part of the femur, and then the muscle joins the other 3 quadricep muscles, and they form into the quadricep tendon, which attaches to the patella or kneecap, and then the kneecap is attached to the tibia, the front of the tibia, by the patella tendon. So this muscle, why are we talking about the VMO? This muscle is very important for knee stability, whether you're a young athlete or you're middle-aged or an elderly person. You got to have knee stability. Weakness of the VMO will result in sometimes patellofemoral pain syndrome, because it will the kneecap or the patella will go off its proper track, and it causes knee pain. A lot of times you see that in young athletes, so that's one reason to keep that strong. Also, for just the average person, just to do their activities of daily living, you want to keep the VMO as strong as possible to keep the knees strong and stable. So I'm going to go over a technique on that you can perform either in the gym or at home on strengthening the VMO. So let's do it. So I'm going to show you how to strengthen the VMO with a variation of a leg extension exercise. Now, before I start, I know there's a lot of therapists out there that will tell you you should not perform leg extension exercises. There's better ways to strengthen the VMO. Leg extensions put too much of a shearing force on the knees. Not going to argue with you. I agree, but it depends on how we're performing the leg extensions. And what I mean by that is, yeah, if you're going into the gym onto the leg extension machine and you're going to put in 200 pounds of plates and you're going to sit there and barely be able to move the rack doing leg extensions with way too much weight, I agree. That's a lot of shearing force on the knees. However, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong at all with performing leg extension exercises to strengthen the VMO. The VMO, in order to get it to fully contract, it's the last 15 degrees of extension that you really need to perform. So because of that, we really want to do very lightweight leg extension movements with full squeeze to the top so that we really contract the VMO. So because of that, I'm not afraid to do leg extensions to strengthen the VMO, and I'm in regards to shearing forces on the knee. I'm not afraid of that because I'm not going to sit here with a ton of weight or way too much weight for me on a leg extension machine. So I truly believe that if you keep this down to a lightweight, high repetition, really think of squeezing that VMO muscle type of exercise, you don't have to worry about shearing forces on the knee, and it's safe to perform. So how are we going to do this? It doesn't matter whether you're sitting at home or you're in a gym on a leg extension machine. You can do it either way. Obviously, I'm not on a leg extension machine, so it doesn't. So but you can do it on one. I like to work one leg at a time when I'm doing this, so I can really concentrate on the VMO on each leg. At home, sit here with no weight. You can put an ankle weight on. In the gym, leg extension machine, maybe 1 or 2 plates, very light resistance. And what you're going to do is you're going to concentrate on a couple different things. One is you're going to come out with the leg, and 2 important factors of this is as I'm coming up, I'm going to turn my leg out this way. So I'm pointing my toes out to the side. So I'm basically externally rotating my hip and thigh. And the other thing is I want to fully contract and really squeeze that VMO. So if you're doing leg extensions where you're only coming up and you're short on extension, you're really not getting a good workout on that VMO. So I want to turn the leg out, and I'm going to fully extend, and I'm going to hold that for 1,001, 1,002 count, and then come back down. So I'm going to come up. As I'm coming up, I'm turning out the toe, squeezing 1,001, 1,002. High reps, 15, 20 repetitions per set. So if I'm on the leg extension machine, if you're not getting 15, 20 repetitions, then you got way too much weight. And if you can't do that with just one plate, then you're not ready for the leg extension machine. Just sit at home or do it off a bench with maybe an ankle weight for now. Like I said, you don't. If you're not someone who works out regularly, you don't even need any resistance added. Just extending out, turning out the toes, really concentrating on squeezing and counting 1,000, 1,002, and bringing it back down is an excellent way to start building that VMO, and it's going to help you stabilize that knee. So give that a try. That technique, it works great. No sharing forces on the knee because we're keeping it lightweight. One last variation of this exercise, just if you're doing it at home and you want to add a little resistance, you can use an exercise tube. If you get some type of a table that you can run the tubing through. So I basically have hooked the tubing to my foot, and I actually have it running under the table coming up on the back side. I'm going to use this hand to just apply some tension. So now the tube is pulling my leg down. So I have a little bit of light resistance, and now I can just extend the leg out, turn out the toes, squeeze that VMO for 1,001, 1,002 count, and come back. Very light resistance with the exercise tubing. Great way to do it if you don't have an ankle weight and you want to use some tubing. I can put a little more tension on it by pulling a little tighter. Gives me a little extra tension on the tubing to perform the exercise. Just a little variation if you're doing these at home and not on a leg extension machine. You just want a little light resistance. So give that a try. If you're looking for an exercise program that's going to build lean muscle mass without the bulk, then you definitely want to visit my website, www.OcraMedHealth.com, where I will customize a workout program just for you, consisting of calisthenic and gymnastic movements along with weight training. We're going to put together the program so that it's going to keep you safe, injury-free, and it's going to make you stronger and feel better than ever. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to my channel on YouTube, OcraMed Health. Questions on exercises or injuries, just leave a comment in the comment section below. I always try to do everything I can to get back to you. Don't forget OcraMed Health. It's keeping you fit forever.